So yesterday, as I said before, we talked about joint accounts and all that. I wanted to hear your own perspective concerning, because you know a lot of women and men who have been victims. But I'll link it to the story Tokwe introduced earlier, which is a different topic entirely, which is the fact that a young girl worked so hard for her money, was able to get a flat, I think eight-bedroom flat, got tenants, you know, and flats. Then it's flats, right? And when she now finally about to get married, her husband said, her husband-to-be said, okay, all this, your fine property, everything that you have, transfer it to my name because you are now under my control. You're submitting to me as your head of the house. So all your properties that you have been having. Is that the right thing to do?
In a situation like this that we have, where a young girl has worked so hard for her property, legally and religiously, you have a right to own your own, just as you have a right to be married, and you don't have to mix the two. It is that line of abuse that we now start to use godly means and explain women into giving out. So a man who is confident in himself would not ask her to do that. Also, as a young girl, the moment you own a flat, this young girl in question had 8 flats. God bless her very well. She was wise in investing, and she had 8 flat building that she had invested in. She had an account that was well-funded, that her wise spending when she joined a career had helped her to gather. She should do a will that covers every and all of her dependents. Why I'm saying that is that when you are married to such a person and you don't have a will, that person automatically becomes your next of kin and can disinherit all your other dependents.
I think that, you know, when they say, when we throw that statement, your money is our money, my money is my money, people make it look like women are coming from a selfish point of view. But we said it over and over again that it's a family. If at any point in time, both parties must not be selfish about taking responsibility, you must not it's like saying you are letting the house be in darkness because you don't want to buy fuel. Or because my husband cannot afford to buy the fuel generator. All of us will stay inside darkness. Who is suffering? You know, some people actually might do it, but it is totally wrong. Yes, the man's responsibility is to take care of the house, but if for any reason he's unable to do it, someone should make sure the bills are paid. That is what is important. So if a woman is keeping her money, it's not because she's keeping her money so that she can go and be buying something weird at outside. It's so that there is a form of security women have from having their own funds, because life has happened to many women around them, and they've been taught to keep something so that if anything goes wrong,
they have been better
protected.
If she said, "Okay, let me add your name to what I have."
No.
So let me add your name. So
here's how I think about it. You have acquired the property before you got married, and you are about to get married, not that you are married. Let the man understand that. Give it time. Let's get married first. Let's do a few years together. Let's know ourselves a bit more. Whatever belongs to me by law automatically would come to you upon anything happening to me. So it's not like the property now becomes...
Let me take this call. I come tomorrow.
If your eyes are open, if your husband to be is already telling you, sign property to me, don't marry. Because they are marrying property. They're not marrying you. Yes, because it's clear. This is exploitation. If you could have worked this property, did you think that if you had met that person before you did those investments that were wise, you would have them? If the person is saying, transfer them to me, you know, let that person show his own ingenuity in working his own money, his own wisdom in investing, and how wise he's dealing with his own finances before you can say you're trusting in marriage and handing over.
There's so many bad things.
If you do it just because you are getting married, nothing to show. And the same thing
I think they should have
advice.
Okay, so you see, we have a story of people who have been in a relationship for a long time. He didn't know about this thing that she had. So he loved her enough to want to get married to her. And he was open to say, I am renting. So this is a man that feels regular Nigerian man, I'm going to marry my wife and take care of her. So this information came just a few days, you know, a few months towards this marriage. So this is a man that already loves her. I feel that he was just ill-advised. I feel this is a young man now has found himself with this new scenario. How do I handle it? And he's gone to one Baba that's like, whoa, bro, you're lucky. Just make sure she says everything in your name. And I feel, for me, I feel that's what happens. But he needs to understand that in marriage, some things take time. But you don't come into a relationship and marriage asking somebody to hand over their property to you.
So I think, we had a caller. We had a caller that said that they should get counseling and legal help. I think that it is extremely important that if you find yourself in a situation, both of you should talk to a counselor and a lawyer, because they might create a document that puts things a bit in trust.
I think we've been in marriage long enough to know that, listen,
give it time.
Give it time.
Yes.
This early conversation, wait, early. Enter first. After you enter, not just enter, you now do a few years. Before you now say, okay, yes, let's join it. Because property conversation before marriage, I don't think it's the same.